Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We have already done some amazing work before we started working or recording the call. We are in, again, an influx of energy on the planet, and a lot of your stuff is going to come up. In fact, I wanted to mention that you may be experiencing more conflict in your life, inner and outer, than you've ever experienced in the history of your human experience right now. And if you are, congratulate yourself. And if you are experiencing things that you have already worked on so much in your life and it's resurfacing again, congratulate yourself. The work is done not linear, but in layers, multidimensionally. And the patterns that we carry are so embedded in our human experience that it takes a while for our physicality to acclimate to a new energy system called the fifth dimension, which includes peace, joy, love, freedom, health, and abundance of all good things. So be very mindful that whatever is coming up for you right now is meant to. Okay, so I'm going to have everybody just right now take a deep breath and get grounded into your own energy field. Anybody that is listening or watching this, get grounded into your own field so that you work in your own column of light on your own patterns and that of your DNA, that you are not taking on other people's that are participating on the call or in the video, that you take on your own energy field and that you can process for yourself and for your DNA patterns. Okay, so this is a very exciting session. We are going to do some clearing. And the clearing is about understanding, first of all, that we are divine offspring, that we are created from we are an extension of the divine creator. And as an extension of the divine creator, we, in our birthright, will flow with feelings of love, of freedom, of prosperity. And those are our natural state. And so when we are not experiencing that, we are in inner conflict. We're in what can be called also a psychological reversal. And that means I want something, but I also don't want it. And the greatest gift you will ever give yourself is to know thyself. It is truly the foundation of this work, and knowing that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So let's start with that one. And we were just discussing putting your fist on your heart and rubbing it so that your whole bodily system can understand, I am a spiritual being having a human experience, and going over that 3 times so that your body can grasp this new learning, that it's okay and appropriate for you to be having some psychological reversals. And so to know thyself, we'll start with understanding your triggers and your upsets are your greatest teachers. In the Blissful Living Journal, I have a whole section dedicated to journaling every upset you have. That's so important in your journey. So first of all, stop hating the people that are triggering these upsets in you, because they're just players that you have contracted with to help you bring up issues within yourself that need to be looked at. whatever is happening on your earthly journey is part of the blessed mess. I call it a glorious mess of your learning, of our learning. And every one of your upsets can be so valuable for you to not only understand yourself, but take back the ownership that no one or no thing has the ability to choose how I feel. I am triggered in this moment due to the actions of another person, but that trigger is within me. They were just the player that created the trigger that triggered what needs to be looked at within me. And that's the first step, is owning that. I am the creator of my reality. That's another one. I own my creation 100%, all of it, all the glorious mess. I am owning that right now, that I am the creator of that, and it is good. It is okay. And so today we're going to go through understanding how to know thyself, know what it is you want, know what it is you're in conflict with. And then I have my guest Laurie on today, who will facilitate her process called Spitball. And it's Spitball because it releases those conflicting beliefs very, very quickly through kinesiology and muscle testing, and then working with the masculine and feminine energy. The masculine energy is a straight energy. The feminine energy is circles. And we're working with both the masculine and feminine sides of our energy fields with the beliefs. So the first step in doing this, of course, is to know what you want. And in the Blissful Living Journal, I have you break it down into your health, your relationships, and your career or money, your finances, your prosperity. And just check in. What is it I want? What is my divine ship says that I can have it all? And ooh, there's one right there, Laurie, that came up. So as I say these statements, I'll feel the conflict, or she will. She's going to write those down, and we're going to hit them all. And then before we started recording, we went through the participants of some of the things they would like to clear. So as we clear them for them, we clear for who's ever listening to this as well. So the first step is to know what you want and to consider the possibility, this one's a hard one, that you are worthy of having that, because there is some blocks to worthiness, and that you do not need to prove your worth in order to have health, freedom, love, abundance, joy, abundance of all good things, say, and prosperity. So you don't need anything or anyone to validate that. It's your divine birthright, okay? So we'll clear that one also. So the first step is to know what you want. Which area do you want to work on? The health, relationships, career, prosperity. And we had both health that came up, and we also had relationships that came up in our group. So we're going to be clearing whatever beliefs that we have about our health, and we will also be clearing whatever beliefs that we have about our relationships that are getting in the way of flow. So first of all, we get to be very mindfully aware what healthy looks like. So a healthy relationship, well, I'll do this one because this one feels like it's out of our control, right? When other people are acting a certain way around us. And the energy in a healthy system will flow, okay? So check in with yourself right now and see where your energy is flowing and where it's not flowing. Just awareness, not a judgment, curiosity. Okay, we're just checking in and recognize the beliefs that are coming up. And you can write this one down, Laurie, is I have no control over this relationship. So feeling a loss of control around these relationships, and gossip is one that's coming up for many individuals, because at this time of the planet shifting into higher levels of awareness, there will be others that will be fighting that, and they will need to blame their discomfort on others. So I have no control over others blaming me for their unhappiness. That is a true statement. However, we can manage how we choose to perceive it. And one of my favorite books and statements is, what others think of me is none of my business. So take a deep breath, because as gossip is shared and as others are projecting, and listen to these words, as others are projecting their pain onto you by gossiping about you, it helps to alleviate them in the moment temporarily. And what that means is, in our pattern cycle, and it's a cycle, goes around like this, an event happens on this side, the right side of the pattern cycle. As you're looking at it, you have your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, and your reaction, the beliefs and identity that you have created for yourself. That is the right side of this pattern cycle. It's all your inner world, what your inner world is saying about others gossiping about you. And then you react. On the left side is your external world. This is your reactions. How, if these reactions are passive or aggressive, we want to take note of that, put a P or an A by those. And I recommend that you map this out in every one of your upsets, so that you get to know yourself more and more and more. So you will react or you will cope. So we have a reaction and a coping skill on the left side of this pattern cycle. We have the event up here, thoughts, feelings, beliefs, our identity that we've placed on it. Then we come over here and we react passively or aggressively, and we cope. And sometimes our coping skills and reactions are the same. The difference, it's important to know this for yourself, is this a reaction or a coping skill for me? So if I need to go drink alcohol, then that's a coping skill. If I need to take something, or if I need to go drown myself on the internet with a video game, or I need something to distract me, that is a coping skill. Okay, now some coping skills are healthy. Going for a walk, going and sweating, really moving your body and getting that energy out. Those are healthy coping skills. And some of my coping skills are also reactions, because they're knee-jerk reactions. And when you have been using a coping skill, such as an addiction, for a very long time, then it also becomes a knee-jerk reaction. Like, you just automatically go to that, because that's what's helped give you the quick fix before. Know thyself without the judgments, without beating up on yourself. Turn it to curiosity. Notice when you have a judgment. So when my partner does this and this and this, for example, I'm working with a client this week, I react with jealousy. Now, jealousy is also a feeling and an emotion on the right side, but it's also a reaction that is triggered when I see my partner texting other people, for example, or my client's example. So when I see that, then it triggers a response inside of me of fear of loss, and then I become jealous. Now, jealousy, understand the emotions. Jealousy is fear of loss, where envy is you have something I want. And pay attention, because both emotions are very important to understand and know what thoughts are feeding those emotions. Then you go into the belief. A thought over and over and over again creates a belief. And the belief says, I'm not good enough. And so therefore my partner's going to choose someone else. So I have fear of loss and I react by needing to control the situation, telling them no, they can't text others, setting the boundary that you must keep me safe, which by the way, you're giving your power away. But also understanding that you're reacting from a place of fear. And when you're reacting from a place of fear, you're going to go into some dysfunctional reactions and coping skills. I don't feel in control inside, so I will need to control you. I need to know your location at all times. I need to know who you're speaking to at all times. I need to know what you're sending this person at all times. I need to know if you're sending emojis that make me feel uncomfortable. Okay, that's a feeling of loss of control. And this is a way that I can gain it back by reacting that way and getting you to conform. All of those, that's a first level, yes. And you can request that. That doesn't mean that person's going to do that. The work comes from you feeling confident within yourself that I'm okay no matter what happens. Okay, so that's a statement that we'll also use in the clearing. So going back to understanding that people are going to do some things that are out of alignment to love. They're going to project their own fears on you. They're going to gossip. They're going to say horrible things about you. And you can't control that. The feeling of lost control or feeling like you've done something bad and wrong, like I'm bad and wrong, how do I respond to that? Well, I must speak badly about them. They're worse off than I am. That's an unhealthy coping skill. That's going to take you into a spiral of energy of feeding what you don't want. That's the laws of attraction working for you in a way that you don't want. Okay, so now we're understanding this is how you run a pattern when you're in an upset, mapping it out, writing down the event, your thoughts, your feelings. Your emotions are just the energy and motion around the feeling. So I feel sad, and then the emotion might go to hurt because it gets stronger. And then my belief that's being triggered is no matter what I do, it will never be enough for you. I will never be acknowledged for being a good person. So intrinsically, I feel there's something wrong with me. That goes into what I call the deceptive identity, because it's an identity you've created throughout your whole life, and you will fight to actually keep that right. And the laws of attraction, because of your vibrational field, will bring you experiences, the perfect partners, the perfect relationships to mirror the pattern back to you so you can heal it. So thank all those players. Thank all these upsets for mirroring back to you what you want healed within yourself. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, take a big breath. Now, in this pattern cycle that we just ran, it's important that you understand the cost of what it's costing you and the payoff. And so I'll add a line down the middle and put on one side cost and payoff. Again, this is important to map out for your awareness to know thyself. It costs me when I go into feeling like I'm powerless, is the feeling when others are gossiping about me, for example. I feel powerless when others are out of control around me. What is that costing me? It's costing me my health. And the health is physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. It's costing my health physically because I get depressed mentally and emotionally. I feel depressed. And so I go into immobility. Okay. Understanding that will help you to go, okay, it's my belief that's causing me to go into depression. It's because of the story that I'm ruminating about that's causing me to stay in bed, to not get out, because I don't want to face the feelings of this. Understanding what the belief is and the story that you tell yourself about it helps you then to correct it at the level it needs to be corrected. You get to question all those beliefs and understand yourself and know the cost and the payoff of that belief. The cost of the coping skill is that I feel horrible staying in bed all day. The payoff is I feel safe staying in bed all day. I don't have to face life. Do you see the juxtaposing conflict we're in right there? I want to stay in bed to be safe. And by the way, the payoff in your pattern, and this is for light workers and you life coaches, the payoff in the pattern is always safety. Because as humans, we're always looking to feel safe. The payoff in the pattern is you get to be right about your core belief that is hurting you. And there is a part of us that would rather be right than be happy, because we can count on, if I'm not good enough, then this is how others will treat me. And I know what to do. I'll just go to bed, or I'll just cover my head, or I'll go fight them. So in the payoff, there's always two elements. I'm safe and I get to be right about it. The cost, we go into health, relationships, and your level of prosperity, abundance, career, of good things. So in that, it's costing me my health, my mental and emotional well-being. Can you see that? Because you're ruminating about this all day long. And you can't stop yourself. It just keeps going and going and going. And you're in a dark, deep hole because you can't stop these thoughts. Oh my gosh, what are they saying about me? Who's going to believe them? How do I prove myself? How do I get myself out of this? Why do people do this to me? And it puts you in a victim place. Now, it's important to also understand the drama triangle is in your coping skills and your reactions. You will go into playing 3 different archetypes. The victim and perpetrator. The victim is one. The victim and martyr is one. The perpetrator or bully is another. And the rescuer is another one. The do-gooder, the hero. And depending on what you've been programmed with as a child, what worked for you is the one you go to first. Now, most likely, you'll cycle around this triangle. And so the way that I see it happen often is we go into poor me. Everybody's speaking bad about me. I have no control over this situation. No matter what I do, it won't be enough because I'm just the bad guy here. I'm always the bad guy. Okay, that's martyrdom and victimhood. Recognize when you are complaining or feel powerless, you're in an energy of victimhood. Now, take a deep breath. You're okay. That's okay. You've learned to do that. As a child, you learned that you must be wounded in order to feel loved. Probably mom and dad were busy, and once you fell off your bike, maybe they gave you some attention. Whatever the story that happened when you were young, you learned that I get attention when I feel like the victim, when I'm wounded. And people will actually set up the stage of life to be wounded so that they feel loved, valued, needed, and approved. I know it's a lot to take in. We do it to ourselves because we want to be right in the payoff. I want to be right that I'm the victim because then at least I'll get some love for it. And then we get really upset about being the victim and feeling powerless, and we need to attack others. Damn it, these people are saying horrible things about me. Well, about them. You move into being the bully or the perpetrator. You actually move into being guilty for what you're upset about. You act out of gossiping about them. And recognize it. It's okay. It's this vicious cycle that's happening. When you are part of the drama triangle, you are not going to find the solution. So we go into being the victim, the martyr, then the perpetrator, and blame others. Or and then we may feel really bad about ourselves. And we know if we go help someone because we feel bad about ourselves, then we move into being the rescuer. Well, let me go fix this. I'm going to go talk to everybody and I'm going to help them see where they've been in error. I'm going to help them to understand the truth of this situation because I'm the healer. I can help them. Do you see how we play all the parts? Congratulate. Good job, little buddy. Good job. We've all done it. Notice where you're at in the pattern cycle. And then you get to learn how to break that cycle by being aware you're in it. And then by the W in the awaken is being willing to own this is your creation 100%. Okay, so I just went through the pattern cycle very quickly. I'm going to bring Laurie on now, and we're going to, with the things that I've mentioned, we're going to do her process called Spitball to help release what's called the psychological reversals, the inner conflict that we have with ourselves that I want to get better, but I can't get better. I don't want to gossip, but I need to gossip because I need to stop the gossip, so I need to make them bad and wrong. Another one that came up in our earlier conversation is I want to be healthy, but I don't want to exercise. My body wants to move, but I don't want to show up at the gym. I want to heal myself, but I can't because I don't know how. So the spitball remover process, SBR, removal process. And I apologize on the video, you're not going to see both of us for those that are watching this later. But so you're going to see Laurie take us through the process, and then when I jump in, then you'll see me, then you'll see Laurie. So I'm not sure how to get both of us on the screen at the same time at this point, but that's okay. So Laurie, let's go through, first of all, I have a pattern. Now all of you get to look at your own pattern. I want to create healthy relationships, but I don't want the drama of it. Let's start there. And I need to protect myself from the gossip, but I can't. So then I gossip about others to protect myself. So with that, Laurie, go ahead.
I'm going to do a new setup, which is I use kinesiology, and I always do this, even when I'm by myself. I make sure that I know that my signaling to myself and to my divine creator is in alignment. Okay. So we're electrical beings. That's why I break the circuit every time so that the electrical impulses don't get confused. So I ask to be, I say, show me yes. And I pinch my fingers, and then I take one finger or two. My little finger got arthritis because I tried so hard to break the thing. So I have to use two because I'm just human, and I want to trust that I'm in alignment with divine creator. So show me yes, and my yes is strong. I break the circuit, show me no, and it'll break through. And you'll go, oh, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I can believe that. We can believe that. There's another piece that I call a stutter, that if it breaks through, but you can kind of feel that I call it a stutter. It didn't quite break through clean. There's more to the question. So then you ask yes and no questions. Okay. And my setup for spitball remover, and the spitball is our thoughts are like spitballs when we were kids, and they threw them at the ceiling, they threw them everywhere. And then, you can just take a broom and wipe that off and throw it out. It's like a light switch where the electricity is turned on and you switch it off. I also use the analogy of a spider web that is beautifully, and it's strong, but there's little danglies, and our thoughts can get caught up in that, and we just fight our way, and it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So we're caught in a spider web of our our system. So that's that. Then I ask for, then I say, I am surrounded. I only want to know pure truth. That's my next question. Truth is important to me. Pure truth that takes us out of the synthetic matrix. And then I'm surrounded by my assigned divine pure guides. The reason I say this is I was involved with a guru, and she was very good. And three of her guides tried to have me killed. And so and when I confronted her about that, she said, "Oh, no, that's not true." So I just asked for my assigned divine pure guides so that I will always be well taken care of, no confusion. So they are here to assist. Then, if I'm working with anyone, and please, whoever is listening, if you want this process to go to work with you, please just give me your verbal permission, and the energy field will absorb it. I am not about going where I don't belong. Okay. So I'm assuming that everybody's giving me their permission, and my kinesiology tells me yes. So the setup statement, and this came through an evolution of time, and this one has stuck. I'm in alignment with divine creator, even though. Then we go to the negatives and the positives, all the psychological reversals, what Sandra was just telling us about, and we can dive in anywhere. So you visualize a line that is 0. And when your fingers fall through and say no, it means you've fallen out of alignment with divine creator. And when it's stable at 0, you're in alignment with divine creator. The point being is we can have negative thoughts because that's who we are. We're big mess makers. I've got lots of things, dangling participles everywhere. But I can have those thoughts when I clear it, and still be in alignment with divine creator. And that creates space for us to maneuver and okay, then I don't have to have that thought anymore eventually, or that behavior anymore eventually. And I love Sandra's teaching. She teaches us we are responsible for our creations, and we are creators in every second. Okay. I just had to clear that with my divine creator because I didn't like that responsibility. I wanted to blame somebody else, anybody else, a lot of times. Okay. So let me just clear that. I feel that might be a big thing right here. So for the group, we'll just do this. And I'm just going to say, I'm in the energy of a group session and we can know pure truth. Okay. So I'm checking that. Okay. Just for myself as a guide in this process. I don't want to be misleading anybody at any time. Okay. So we're in alignment with divine creator, even though we don't like being responsible for our creation. Okay. So what you do is you take your hand above your wrist, off the tips of your fingertips, you touch them all. Apparently there's some scientific word for this, of which I do not know, but somebody does out there, and it will come to me. You wipe it 10 times. It's kind of a version of emotion code, but this works really well. Then you recheck the statement. We're in alignment with divine creator, even though we don't like taking responsibility for our creation. Okay, we can do that and not fall out of alignment with divine creation. Well, let's just see what happens if we do take responsibility. We're in alignment with divine creator, even though we do take responsibility for our, don't like that either. So we want to clear that. Resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we do take responsibility for our creation. Well, that's pretty cool. Did you feel the shift? Like even planetary, like, oh my gosh, if we all did that, oh, oh my gosh, that was sort of cool. Okay, are we ready?
I was just going to say thank you, because that is the first step of healing ourselves and knowing thyself, is taking 100% responsibility for this is my creation. This is my reality that I have created based on my vibrational frequency, which is created from my thoughts and feelings and DNA patterns that I've been unaware that are operating the show. And now I am willing to own that it is my creation 100%. That is fantastic. The first step in healing. Thank you for clearing that.
So let's just clear this. I am willing. I'm in alignment with divine. We're in alignment with divine creator, even though we're willing to take responsibility for our creation. Not happening. So let's clear it. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we're willing to take responsibility for our creation. Oh, we resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though if I do that, I've made a big mess. Oh, okay. So these thoughts just come off. I mean, I'm not making them up. This is exactly like it kind of shines little lights like with a flashlight on the stuff that comes off of people's energy, okay? And then so we recheck the statement to see if it's clear. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we're willing to take responsibility for our creation. How cool is that? We're in alignment with divine creator, even though we don't like taking responsibility for our creation. Okay. All right. We just clear that up. Resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we don't like taking responsibility for our creation. Oh, we resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though it's got to be somebody else's fault. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though it's got to be somebody else's fault. We resonate in alignment with. So what I love about this process, you can say heinous things out loud in a conversational tone of voice and get them cleared up. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I don't want to take responsibility. So there's that little child voice. So I don't want to do it. Somebody else can do that. Resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I don't want to take responsibility for my creation. I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though it's okay if I take responsibility for my creation. Okay. So now we're getting there. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though there's a part of me that just wants to dislike a lot of people. Okay. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though there's a part of me that just wants to dislike people. Okay. So now you can, but it's not going to take you out of alignment because I don't know, it just kind of clears the field. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though it's okay if I like people I don't like. Okay. There you go. We've got it. Oh, does that make sense? Okay. So let's see. Sandra wanted us to clear. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we feel powerless. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we feel powerless. And the reason I take the time to just rub my chest, these are big things. And we're asking the energy field to just like move into alignment. So this helps bringing in the feminine. For me, it just helps. Like the feminine has lots of patience and compassion and the ability to birth, expand. And so when I do this on myself, it kind of like balances this huge thing that we've just cleared. And the feminine says, okay, we can do that. That's a good idea. I like that.
It's important to recognize, I'll throw this caveat in here, the feminine and the masculine energies that we all carry within us, and how you know which one you're operating, or if you're out of a balance. The super doer, I must prove, I must go make stuff happen, is masculine, out of balance. The masculine energy and healthy balance is the doer, the let's make things happen, the let's take the inspiration and put it into the physical realm and make something happen. That's the healthy part of the masculine. The unhealthy part is the egoic part that says I must prove myself through this process. The female part, the healthy female part, is the nurturer, the caregiver, the one that's compassionate and forgiveness, and saying we're okay, we're going through this, let's hold our inner child and say we're doing well. Now, the unhealthy feminine piece will be the one who is self-sacrificing, who is giving too much, who's emptying her field, her cup, to take care of others. It's the old adage that you must put on your own oxygen mask in order to help others. So we have healthy and unhealthy parts of our masculine and feminine energy. And again, self-awareness is really important for the process to work. And so as Laurie is doing her process, the fist, as I mentioned earlier, is the feminine. The circular movements, they're the softer movements. They're nurturing the heart. And nurturing is part of the divine feminine. And the masculine energy is a straight energy. And this is where she's using the masculine energy. And so the process is effective because it's hitting both our masculine and our feminine energies. So I just wanted to throw that in.
Thank you. Thank you. That was beautiful. Beautifully said. So let's clear some more. Are we good to clear a few more? Okay, we resonate, this lovely group of divine humans that I'm here with. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we feel loved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we feel loved. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we feel valued. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we feel valued? We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we feel needed. Okay, we're all right there. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we feel improved. Okay, so my personal experience with working with the big words like loved, valued, let's clear this. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we have trust. Okay, clearing the big words, we're clearing this. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we have trust. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we feel safe. Okay, look at that. Oh my gosh, we cleared it. So that's the thing. Sometimes you clear the big ones and it holds for the little ones. Or my experience also, and why I've done 14,600. I'm going to ask my pendulum later today, really, what the number is. Because those dangling participles from the spider web that can catch us. Our minds are very tricky. They really like the patterns we've created and they want to hold on to them because they know that has worked. Not well sometimes, but they know that they've implemented it and they did it. So the mind has grooves. This is me making this up. The mind has grooves in the brain, but I can actually feel them. Like I have this groove for addiction that runs from here to here. I don't know if that's true, but I can feel it in my brain.
Science has proven that we get grooves in the brain with our belief systems.
Okay, so I guess I'm not making that up, so I'll forgive myself for that. But if we take the big ones, so then there's these little danglies, and that's what that'll trip me. That'll trip us up. And rather than say, oh, I did it wrong or bad or it's not working, that's our mind like our minds like to drive the car. They just don't like giving up the wheel. They like to, whether they are following the right map or not, they like to drive. The mind likes to drive. This is my experience. So, so it's like, oh, well, you tried to fool me by neutralizing trust or safety or something. You tried to fool me. Well, I'm gonna like find a little groove over here and I'm gonna hang on to that if I can, because I know that works really well. So So that's why we do the small things. And I wanted to do for Janelle and Darla. Um, so Darla, well, it doesn't matter. I'm sure this is for all of us. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I don't like to exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I don't like to exercise. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I exercise and I still hate it. Oh my gosh. Okay. See how tricky that was? It was like, I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I don't like to exercise and I still hate it. I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I like exercise. Oops, I can't even do it because I don't even like it. It's different than hating it. Resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I don't like to exercise. I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I like to exercise. I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I might feel better if I exercised. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I might feel better if I exercised. I mean, that's a big one for me, man. Okay. So, that was for you, Darla, and for Janelle. Um, uh, I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I'm just going to say this. I apologize for the language. This is what I hear. Other people just piss me off. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though other people just piss me off. I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though it really hurts me when people that should love me hurt me. Okay. 10, resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though it really hurts me when other people that should love me hurt me. I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I have trouble. Let's see, I fall out of alignment when I feel hurt by other people. Okay. Resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I fall out of alignment when I feel hurt by other people. I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though it's hard to be the object of jealousy. Okay. Can I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though it's hard to be the object of jealousy? I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I'd like to forgive people that hurt me. Okay, we can't forgive them if we're not in alignment. So resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I'd like to forgive people that hurt me. I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I forgive myself. I'm just going to say this for being an asshole. Okay. Resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I forgive myself for being an asshole. I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I'm sorry. I regret um, not being in the divine, falling out of frequency with the divine. That's what it is. I resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though I regret falling out of frequency with the divine. Okay. When I fall out of free. Okay, so that's okay. All right. That was big. Thank you, everybody, for letting me just say that. Anything else here we need to go?
I'm going to add for Kathy, I forgive myself for taking on the problems of others as my responsibility.
Okay, so, okay. Kathy, is that all right with you?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I resonate. We resonate. We all have done this. I'm going to clarify. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we took on other people's problems as if they were, as if I was responsible for that. Okay. That's what it was. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we took on other people's problems as if that was my responsibility. Oh, that was different. And it didn't pass. So when it doesn't pass, you just do it again. And if it's big, which if it doesn't pass the first time, you just start coming down off your shoulders and off your hands, moving it off your body, because this was a big deal. This is a big pattern, which is okay.
Add to this just a little bit of understanding. As the oldest child of a lot of children who had a mom that was missing, you will have a need then to step in and be the mom or the parent when no one else could do it. And the responsibility becomes part of your identity, that in order for you to survive. So I just, as you were speaking, Laurie, the word survival came in order for me to survive, I must be responsible.
That's great. So it's cleared though, which is, thank you for pointing that out, because it's part of the identity. And this process, we're moving really fast, and the stuff that's been held for a long time is starting to get nervous. Who am I if I'm not responsible for everybody? So we can clear that really quickly. But let's finish clearing, just so we're in alignment with divine creator, with all of what Sandra just said, because I can't quite remember it. And now that's clear. Okay. So let's clear it. We're and I'm sure there's a lot of hyper responsible people in this call. We're in alignment with divine creator, even though, who am I if I'm not responsible? Okay, so now you can sit with that and not fall out of alignment. So,
One more.
okay.
What you just said brought up the word worth. If I don't do this, then I lose my value and worth. What you were just saying, but add the word worth.
Okay. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we are worthy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I think that's an imprint from most of us. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though we're worthy. We're worthy for love. Look at that. We're worthy for the love of Christ. We're worthy for the love of the divine. We're worthy for love from each other. It's okay. We're okay if we're worthy. Look at that. It's all holding now. How cool is that? Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. You cleared that for a lot of us.
Next.
Thank you.
Whatever you want. Those are
That was a lot of clearing for a lot of people.
Yes. So is there anybody else? I'm happy we're here. We're doing it. Oh, I'm going to clear this. This came up. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though others blame me for their unhappiness. Okay, let's clear that, because that was hanging out there. We resonate in alignment with divine creator, even though others blame me for their unhappiness. Okay. Good. I'm
That was
happy. So
that
I'm
was a
going to
lot.
give everybody back their energy. We're going to close the portal for this session. Okay. And thank you guys very much. That was fun.
Thank you, Laurie, for generously sharing your gifts with us. We fully appreciate and send you lots of love and gratitude and appreciation in this moment for sharing generously your gifts with us. If you would like to reach out to Laurie personally, you can do so in the comments. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, send me a message and I can get you in contact with her directly. Okay, so this will close today's session of releasing the blocks to your divine creation. And thank you for participating in your beautiful energy, for being authentic, for all of you, for disclosing some of the painful parts of your life, that we were able to release those blocks together as a group, which helps the planet and the level of awareness on the planet as well. When 2 or more are gathered, miracles happen. And it is my sankalpa, my sacred intention, that we send this healing now out across the globe, beginning with our homes and our communities and our cities and our towns and our states across the country. Then move it out of our country, this beautiful light North America, South America, all the way around beautiful Gaia to help calm her nervous system as well, to acclimate to these higher frequencies as we dismantle the fear that has been influencing our planet with our beautiful intentions and love and acceptance of all things, and embracing that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And it is all good because we are learning so much from it. I love you all. Thank you for your participation. Go out and create a blissful life. Namaste.